Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Thursday afternoon, April 11th. We are looking at Window Trader's market profile of the ES and NQ. Another interesting day. Basically, we did the opposite of what they did last Thursday when they single printed out to the end of the day. We looked like we were going to single print out to the end of the day, but we got tired up here. We got tired at very visual areas. In NQ, it's right near the balance high. Remember, 2 days ago, NQ tested their balance low. Well, today they tested their balance high. Still inside of Thursday's range. ES still has a lot of work to do inside of Thursday. They got up to Thursday's half back and then got tired and rolled over a bit. We go out with a double distribution day and an afternoon pullback in G. The good news is it's our second largest range of the year, $7.40. The bad news is the volume sucked. NQ goes out with a triple distribution day, 4 sets of single prints. Triple distribution, G period's low is the bottom of their middle distribution. Okay? So to understand this, and why is it important? Because when they made a high today, they were trying to get acceptance into last Thursday's upper distribution. And it actually played for long a couple of times when it pulled back in J, K, and L. So the bottom distribution is from D's high to the day's low. The middle distribution is G's low to F's high. And the upper distribution is K's low to the day's high. They did probe, but not far enough away from M to use it. So we'll be treating them as 3 separate days tomorrow. We'll be treating the S as 2 separate days. Righty goes out inside day. Never took out yesterday's high or low. So they're down to balance on the daily, and they still have the gap they have to deal with, let alone last Thursday, which they have a lot of work to do. So they are definitely lagging behind. They go out with an afternoon pullback and an inside day and a poor low. I had a good day. You know, look, as quote-unquote impressive this is, nothing's changed. Now, we did have an outside day up in ES, so we'll see between the double distribution day and the outside day up, do we get more fuel to attempt to take back last Thursday's singles and test that day's high? We haven't done that yet. Okay, NQ closed inside the upper distribution. We haven't even gotten close to the upper distribution from last Thursday. All right? So everything's still on the table. Wouldn't be surprised if they gave it up or continued higher. Now, we did get everything out of the way. You had Wednesday, you had all that BS out today. But you know what? We still didn't come out. We didn't, Thursday, when we made a new low today, I told my room I'm putting the daily down. But as soon as we took out yesterday's high, I said, well, we're back to balance. And we are. So we're in balance. I had a good day. Didn't do a lot in the afternoon. Again, that's one of my pet peeves with myself, not participating on those strong moves. In A period, I took a long in NQ against the gap fill. NQ gapped high. Now remember, NQ and ES were tremendously different earlier today. ES had, their value was all over the map. And in fact, we only end unchanged. We started with higher value, overlapping a higher, overlapping a lower, back to unchanged, back to overlapping a higher, back to unchanged, all over the map. ES's value was higher the entire day. Now I'm in bigger increments, that's why it's showing that. We were higher the entire day. So, we never got the IB low. Well, we didn't get the IB low in ES either. But there was I'm trying to think what the other differences were earlier today. The value was the big one. We never got the 13 wide POC. We just missed that by like 2 ticks. So NQ was definitely the leader of the pack before we even spiked higher. This, my friends, is his price spike. So here's the deal. As impressive as today was, this price spike is really the line in the sand here. Because if we open below it or we take it back tomorrow, nothing changed. And we can go test the balance low on the daily. All right? So keep that in mind. In NQ, the price spike really is from H, but they have more to lean on with their single prints here, also in E. So I took a long against the gap fill in in NQ today. ES didn't gap higher. And it worked. I got paid on that one. Then I went to ES when they went down to yesterday's POC. I thought that was a good risk reward long against that. And it was. Did okay on that. Then in NQ, I took the short right before it broke A's low. It looked like I had the momentum to do it. Did it and got paid. That was a nice one. ES I shorted in C against the single prints and did okay. We were a trend day down today at one point. So that failed again, 6 out of 38. Our trend days up held. That's 13 out of 48 that have held. So I did well on ebb and flow shorts in C period in ES. Then in NQ, I took a short when E period popped and got the overnight high. I figured that was their main goal. It would be responsive, and it was. It came back in. But then it did go trend later in the time frame. But I did get paid on that. I said the second time up there, I'm not doing that. Then in, I missed. I saw angry at myself. H, I went to go grab a long in ES because I thought they really were going to pop the top, and I missed it. And it obviously blew through the top. So I was very upset on that one. But then I switched to longs in both in NQ and both H with the ebb and flow and I with the single prints and the ebb and flow. Did not get involved again in J. I should have to go fill the single prints that they had. I didn't do it. And then I just watched K, L, and M. That didn't do much. I had shut down my DOMs, but I had told the room, I think if we make a new high in NQ, it's worth a short because I think they're tied, and it would have been. But I had shut down my DOMs at that point. A lot of times I'll do that, not to do anything silly late in the day, but that would have worked. And ES took back their triple distribution late in the day. So good day overall. So as far as our destinations go, in SPY, 519.48 to the upside. That's it. Downside, single prints, 516.95 to 515.87. They're over $1. Afternoon pullback low in G, 514.73. And today's low, 512.08. ES, the high is 57.50. The single prints get filled at 20.50. And now afternoon pullback low, I'm in bigger increments. Why is it? So I think that's why it's showing a different price at 10.75. I'm going to go back in ones later and look to make sure that's the right price. And then the low is, man, this is so tough to see at times. Give me 1 second. 81, I think it's 81.75. And the 11 wide POC we missed from March 15th is 81.25. We missed that by 2 ticks. And NQ missed their perfect POC by a couple of ticks from yesterday. So amazing. And then on the chart, we'll most likely recap all of these charts tomorrow. There's a remote chance I'm leaving early, but if I don't, I'll recap all of them. If I do, then obviously not. So look at ES. We're in a 4-week balance. Again, we have not been down since last October. The Bears had every opportunity to get this thing below the week of March. March 18th. Never did it. And now look how we've pulled up. But it's still just balance. And the daily, balance. There you go. Thursday's high is the high of my balance. Yesterday's low is the bottom of the balance. Actually, you could probably even encompass the all-time high. But for now, yeah, because Thursday's high wasn't that far off the all-time high. It's like 80 cents. So to be quite honest with you, I would probably use the all-time high in ES and SPY as my balance high. But first things first, let's take out and get Thursday's high first. So right now, 8-day balance at least to start with. Back up above the trend line, closed. Look at that. It closed 20 cents below the 20-day moving average. Again, that doesn't mean anything to me. What's more important is that we hold the base of that price spike tomorrow. That's going to be the line in the sand for the bulls. I hope you had a good day trading. Thank you for liking and subscribing to this channel. Enjoy your evening, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.